Translations
like
could
cabbage.
be like, yeah, cabbage. Like, you got that new Sony cabbage? No. Nope, didn't get the cabbage.
Oh, God. Up your
Saturday
butthole.
night.
What are you singing?
How does that song go?
Oh, no.
I don't
What's
even know.
up, what's up? Welcome to Startup X, episode 24, presented by 26 TV. I'm your host, Six Sensei. Joining me today, Sig Lawless
What's up?
and Six Psycho.
What's happening?
That was lag compensation
Like-
right there.
What, you got host?
Yeah, he's got him.
So once again, if you want to see your gameplay featured right here on Startup X, put it in your vault. Label it Startup X. Send us an email and let us know that it's in there. Let us know your gamer tag. We'll go grab it.
Hey,
Either
even
Xbox-
if you're lazy, don't label it Startup X. Be like, hey, look, I got a gameplay.
Sure. So
And
put it in your
we'll
vault.
we'll make this fucking work right here. Just go find it.
Put it in your vault and let me know about it. I'll go get it because I want to feature people's gameplay right here. It's a good place. And that's pretty much it. So let's get into it. Sony got a new CEO this week, Kazurai. And his plans are to unify Sony's, their senior manager team. And make
Unify Sony.
Which means he wants to fire like 20,000 people.
That's the first thing I thought. That's the first thing I thought until I started reading a little further. And it was talking about he wants to unify the senior management team in their thoughts. And, something I've always noticed about Sony, and especially now thinking about what he's saying, versus a corporation like Microsoft, it always seems like Microsoft is banging on all cylinders. When they come out with something, every aspect of the corporation is on board and they know the goal at the end. You know what I'm saying? They're on the same page. And, looking back, now that I know this information, looking back, it kind of seems like Sony has not always been like that. They release a piece of equipment, they release, their advertising's off. I mean, you don't even see an ad, really, for the PlayStation Vita. What, we're like a week out on that?
I mean, because that was DOA. I don't even want to see an ad.
They still need to advertise it.
Well, it's not DOA yet. It's gonna be DOA when it comes out.
But I mean, you see a lot of problems as far as like Sony's head guys in each different part of the organization, and like I said, looking back, you kind of notice little hiccups in their communication, and hopefully, I mean, if he succeeds, they're going to develop a more focused team, and Sony may be a more Microsoft-like corporation where they have the same goals, and they're there to hit them at the same time. That's
what
the key.
Sony needs to do? They need to take a note from Microsoft and just start raping their consumer to where their consumer still feels like they're getting something.
Well, that's the thing. They lost $2 billion. $2 billion over the last year. That's a lot of money. That is a ton of money.
It is a lot of money.
This is like the fourth year they've posted a loss. And, the PlayStation brand is it's actually kicking. It's doing really well. But Sony as a corporation, if you don't know, they make TVs. They make all kinds of shit.
They make all
TV
kinds of
The
shit.
TVs are struggling, dude. They can't keep up with Vizio and
They can't keep up
Samsung.
price-wise with Vizio. Their TVs are
Well, they can't
better.
keep up price-wise with Vizio. They can't keep up quality-wise with Samsung. And then LG's freaking... I think LG's passed them too.
Well, speaking of the whole, Sony not being a team, I think that half of Sony was too invested in 3D, and the other half maybe wasn't. You didn't get the right advertisement out there.
Yeah.
They focused too hard on 3D and not showing any
Well,
other products. I mean, it's one of those things where hopefully, if Kazurai comes in and unifies their team and makes those goals, known and everybody accepts the goals and the timelines, deadlines, and things like that.
Prime example, Sony's headset that they released, wireless headset,
This is
gaming headset.
Go ahead.
Phenomenal product.
Nobody
Marketing,
knows about it.
Nobody knows about it.
Nobody knows
It's-
about it. I mean, I had to dig for it. I should have known about this thing. Right? If you don't know about it, it is a wireless headset. He's got one.
7.1 surround sound.
Amazing.
7.1 surround sound. I have Tritons paid $140 for them. And the bass in these 7.1 wireless surround sound headsets are awesome.
Yeah. How much is the headset?
$100.
$89?
$99
$100.
wireless.
Wireless.
$100 wireless, dude. And dude, the battery life is amazing on it.
It works
Yeah.
on PC.
Works on PC.
Does not work on Xbox.
Doesn't, yeah, it doesn't work on the Xbox.
It's
Nobody
Sony branded. But I mean, dude, for $100, like I said, I paid $140 for a wired
Yeah, wired Tritons.
Tritons. Now, granted,
ones.
you know, they work for both consoles and they sound pretty good.
Yeah,
The
but
surround
I mean, the
sounds good.
Sony has the same sound quality as a Triton, and it's wireless.
I say better.
Yeah, better. 7.
I say it's better. Not only is it 7.1, but the quality I think is better. I know you haven't spent a lot of time with the
Well,
Tritons.
I haven't
The
spent
bass
any time
response-
with the Triton.
The bass response is not that great. I'll let you listen to them when we're done with this. I want your true opinion, and maybe next week we'll follow up, and you can bring them by and show people. You know, and that, like you were talking about, the advertisement wasn't on point. They got this great product sitting in their hands, and they got this great price point on it,
Yeah.
and they weren't working together.
I don't think I've seen one commercial for this headset.
I've seen nothing.
I haven't even seen it in like a random Sony commercial where
Yeah.
they throw like 6 or 7 products at you.
I mean, they're
No
at
headset at
Walmart.
all.
Is that your advertisement when the little kid walks by and goes, "That's a headset for $100"?
I mean, if you
Yeah, but
only own...
Dude, that's the only advertisement you got. The kid will be like, "Oh, look, a Sony headset. I want that." And the mom's like, $100. I'm not paying $100 for something I don't know
She
nothing
doesn't
about.
realize what it's about. Possibly doesn't realize what it's about.
I mean, like, if I didn't own both consoles, like, I would own a pair of that, you know, I would own that headset.
Without a doubt.
Without
I mean,
a
I
doubt.
almost want to get one. If it wasn't for live streaming complications and stuff like that, I'd probably own one.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, it's a pain in the ass to switch back and forth. But anyway, you know, hopefully he gets them more organized as a team, and they can produce. They still produce great products. They really do, top to bottom. I mean, overall, the products are great. It's just a matter of advertising and having the team unified in their goals.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue, as far as, like I said, advertising and, you know, product quality and things like that.
I don't know. We're going to see Kevin Butler pushing their TVs from now on.
So,
DVD players.
what was it last week? We talked about PlayStation Network got a new their lead quit. She
Mhm.
resigned. So this week we get an update 4.10. It's an optional upgrade, and it upgrades your PlayStation browser. As most of us know, whoever tried to use it, it works, and that is it. Right?
Yeah.
It's slow as shit. It doesn't work very well, but I'll tell you, the new update makes it worth giving a chance. There's a couple issues with like Flash Player, things like that. It works sometimes it doesn't. But hopefully there's a new person on board that we haven't really got to meet or know about. But you know, hopefully they're coming in with some good stuff. They're seeing the issues on PlayStation Network, which is no longer going to be called PlayStation Network, by the way.
Right.
It's going to be called Sony Entertainment Network, I think. Sony SEN. I don't even know what it stands for. SEN. It's a unified name for all of your online services provided by Sony. You know,
Which is
it doesn't-
PlayStation Network.
well, everything, Curiosity, and all of that stuff is no longer.
Yeah.
It's all going to be called SEN. SEN. There's no. The good thing is, right? There's no more multiple accounts. You don't
Right.
have to have all these different names and all
One
these different
account, one
passwords.
password, and you're done.
So when PlayStation gets hacked again, they'll have all your stuff, not
Yeah.
just
Right away,
PlayStation Network.
immediately, like,
They'll have your
just
Curiosity, they have your Netflix, they have all your shit.
Thank you, Sony.
But I mean, that's you know, it's whatever to me. I mean, you know, we always say, you know, are you on PSN this week on PSN? You know, you get what games are out, what new demos and this and that on PSN. So it's going to be a little adjustment, but again, unifying. You know, we're seeing it happen, right? Usually, when a new CEO comes in, he talks some trash. He makes you think he's down for down for our goal. But right here, he's changing things to SEN. That's unify. It makes each part of the corporation feel like they're part of the next corporation, and just that feeling is going to lead them to have that same goal. So I mean,
Gives that teamwork feel.
everything's Microsoft. You know, Microsoft
Yeah.
this, Microsoft that, Microsoft that. It gives them that. I work for Microsoft. You know,
Yeah.
I work for Curiosity. What the fuck is that? That's Sony's
a part
online
of
music. This and that. No, I work for SEN, and that's going to be the unified thing. I think that's good. I think
Yeah.
that's good all around. It's something we're going to have to get used to, but I think it's good. So,
Yeah, because I mean, they might be losing people on that. Like, you know, Curiosity. I don't want to go through all the third-party
Yeah.
bullshit to get music.
What the hell
when it
is
could
this?
just
but it's
be
provided by Sony. It's got
Yeah.
this little thing by Sony. You know,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's all you get to see.
all it has to say is, you know, Sony, whatever, blah blah blah, and people will probably be more inclined to
SEN
use it.
music,
You know,
you know? So, again, I think this is good. I think this is great for Sony. They're going in the right direction, leading us up to the PlayStation 4. which you were speaking about some stuff earlier. Maybe they're not going to call it the PlayStation 4.
They might not. I mean, like, if they're going to call, if they're just going to take away PlayStation Network, they might just take away the whole PlayStation name. But, that's
a
just...
good point.
Just come with a whole new console, period?
Yeah, do like a whole reboot of the system.
Dude, that's an interesting idea.
That is a very interesting concept. Most any podcasters, online websites, they usually go with the whole idea that, it's going to be the PlayStation 4. It's got to be. But who says, right?
Yeah.
Who says it's got to be? We got a new guy on board. He's trying to unify everything. What if it's Sony something? What if it's your Sony? I mean, it's the Sony PlayStation, but who says that?
What
Right?
if it's a Sony Entertainment Console?
That's a name. That's a very broad name, but it's a name.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean?
Good luck in your career in marketing.
What if they want to?
It just ended. You got fired.
Because Xbox wants to be your entertainment console. What if Sony's just gonna bring it out there in their name?
They should just name it Fail.
But
Because
PlayStation,
Microsoft's going to kick their ass.
oh my god, PlayStation is such a huge brand, such a huge part
It
of
is.
Sony.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do it. Right? I would
No.
go on to say that they're not going to do it, but it's an interesting concept. To think
Yeah,
about.
I mean, it's a thought,
because they're getting rid of PlayStation Network, like you said.
Yeah.
Maybe it's going to be Sony console, Sony something. Sony. I don't know. Whatever.
They're going to change it to something stupid like the Wii or something like that.
Wii
Like
Vita?
along the lines
Like
of the
the Vita?
Yeah, like the Vita.
Yeah, but all right. So here you go. Under previous leadership, it's the PlayStation Vita.
Mhm.
So I mean, I feel like the PlayStation brand has got its own legs. It's one of the only parts of Sony that is kind of kicking ass. I think it's the piece that's
It's going to be this really cool word that sounds awesome in Japanese, but it's just like lame in American.
Well, that's just 'cause we can't say it
English
right.
translation. It's going to be like, it's going to sound like fucking, like really cool in Japanese. But then when you say it in America, or English translation,
like
it's going to be like,
cabbage.
yeah, cabbage. Like, you got that new Sony cabbage? No. Nope, didn't get the cabbage.
Oh, my God. Well, speaking of different languages and stuff, they use Vita.
Mm-hmm.
Vita is the word for life. That's the Latin word for life. So they are choosing different languages. I mean, Vita's not a common word.
Yeah,
in
but
the
that's
American
not
language.
uncommon to be like,
English.
oh, well, this word is the Latin word for blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's
I'm sure
pretty
cabbage
typical.
is Latin for something too.
Again, what?
Actually, lettuce is Latin for cabbage. Joking. Anyway.
I'm not that smart.
Wow.
No, they have two distinct smells. Anyway, very off subject right
So,
now.
Naughty Dog,
Naughty Dog, good developer.
creators of Uncharted series and a bunch of Jack and Daxter and
Jack and Daxter, huh?
Jack and Daxter. They're probably going to cancel that series, right? I think they were in the process of making one. They're going to cancel that. Anyway, they're making The Last of Us, right? Naughty Dog split into two teams. One's on the Uncharted project. One's on Last of Us. Last of Us is it seems to be a pretty cool survival kind of horror game, kind of Resident Evil meets I Am Legend.
Yeah, trailer definitely
Meets
got me
28
intrigued.
days later.
Meets 28
every
days
other
later.
zombie fit made in history.
Well, it's not
just
zombies.
Read off a list.
It's infected.
It's
So zombies.
It's not zombies. It's infected.
Same fucking difference.
Okay.
I mean, but the difference is, right, they can do whatever they want with the infected. The zombies have to be kind of slow, and they have to be a certain way, according
But
to
in
myth.
28 days later, when they got infected, they could run really fast and do all kinds of shit. Yeah.
Okay, so
They're
whatever
just
meets
ripping
whatever.
off everybody.
So the storyline finally gets explained, kind of, and if you missed the trailer, it was in
Very vague.
it was in the VGAs. It was very vague, but the game looks phenomenal. Uncharted is revered as one of the greatest developers visually on the PlayStation console. I
Yeah.
mean, some of their games just riveting.
If you look at it with your eyes closed and compare it to another game,
Here he goes. Here he
it
goes.
just looks amazing.
He's going again. So anyway, the storyline
The
finally
guy
gets
that
explained.
thinks Gears of War looks amazing.
It did look amazing. Fuck you, guy. Like, Gears
Like
1
that-
looked phenomenal. Gears 2 looked pretty fucking good, too. And then Gears 3 looks fucking awesome.
So the storyline gets explained. It takes place 20 years after the apocalypse. Society is breaking down after a deadly virus begins to take over. So after they all start becoming zombies, basically.
Yeah.
The government is falling apart after, as with any apocalypse
Who would have thunk
situation.
it?
But the military has created quarantine zones for the uninfected survivors, i.e. Resident Evil. things like that. No, they
28
quarantine
days
things.
later.
28 days. I don't know. I'm not that big into zombies, but the quarantine zones begin to fall apart. 20 years after the apocalypse. Yeah, they're gonna start falling apart. They're gonna run out of necessities, food, water, things like that. And the infected they're gonna bank their way in. So I mean that's gonna be cool, kind of survival horror kind of thing. They're running out of supplies, so it's gonna be one of those things where you're scavenging for bullets. If that's your kind of thing,
It's
go
like,
for it.
It's kind of like the brink of I Am Legend, like right before.
Right before he
only
was all
Will
alone.
Smith. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Smith. All right.
Well, it says The Last of Us, man. Maybe
Last
you're
of
on
Us.
the last one.
And then it was like after that, it was like I Am Legend. This is the prequel to I Am Legend.
Nice. So the story starts in one of the last quarantine zones, and martial law rules have taken effect, and it's kind of one of those things where you act a fool, you're dead instantly.
You need about 500 military people to patrol like 30 survivors.
You fart and offend one of them, you're fucking dead.
You're the only guy
Just
without
done.
a gun.
Oh man.
So, I mean, even minor infractions, it says you're dead. So maybe just one of those things where you gotta, stay right. You can't go killing motherfuckers anywhere. You're gonna die.
Like I'm curious, is this going to be like a linear based game, or are they going to give us some, like some sandbox?
Based off of what Naughty Dog has done in the
Exploration?
past,
It's probably going to be pretty linear.
it's pretty linear. Everything they've done is linear. That doesn't say that they're not going to give you options and decisions to make, but everything they've done in the past leads me to believe that this is going to be a linear story. Right? They're all about storytelling right now with the Uncharted series.
They're
And if they
big
had
on
the Uncharted team and they broke them off in two, right? This is the old piece of the old Uncharted team. It's all about story.
Yeah.
And that's what they do best, right? That's what Uncharted does best. There's graphics and story. The gameplay's kind of wonky sometimes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you get into the characters and stuff. So I think that's what they're going to do. And I mean, so about the characters, Joel is what I consider to be the main character, the 40-year-old guy, 40s, and he actually knew what the real world was like. Obviously, it's only 20 years after the infected, so he had 20 years in our world, if you will. And he's kind of like a trafficker, right? He moves drugs, he moves things like that, food. He does that for money, for payment, whatever it is. I doubt money matters, but payment of more food or anything, bullets, shit like that. And he's tasked. He's given a task to smuggle a little girl, right, like a 14-year-old girl named Ellie. That's who you see in the trailer, out of the city. And why? Those are the questions that are yet to be unanswered. Right? We don't know, but it's intriguing. I love Naughty Dog. Right? I'm ready to support anything they do because everything they've done in the past. When I was a kid, I was into some Crash Bandicoot. I love that game. I really did. I had like all of them except for the kart racer. Kind of sucked.
Yeah. Like all bullshit aside, dude, like I think, Naughty Dog's take on storytelling, like this is going to be a very compelling game. Like this shit is going to grip you. You're going to be into the characters, into what happens to them,
You're going to care about the
you're going to care
the bullet
about
count.
Yeah.
You're going to care about everything you do.
It's just going to, it's going to be very intense. Like, like Uncharted, the story is amazing, but for people who aren't like Indiana Jones fans and shit like that, they still get into the games. And I say this is more your cup of tea. Like you're gonna fucking love this shit, dude. They're gonna probably deliver like an amazing fucking story, dude.
Absolutely. What's your take on it?
Well, I think. Well, I mean, I agree with y'all. I think. Well, the way I see it is for people that don't like zombie shit, like this could be a step into it for them.
Yeah, because I mean,
this is
an entry.
Yeah, because I mean
They've had their
the
chance,
story
though,
and
at
the
this
plot,
point,
the story and the plot that Naughty Dog puts on games is so good, and it has such interesting twists that I think if you don't like if you're thinking about getting into zombies, that this would probably be the best thing for you because it would be the best example of a good plot and
like an apocalypse situation.
Right.
I mean, I get that, right? But at this point, right, they've had their chance. If somebody's interested in zombies, there's a game, there's an episode series, there's movies. It's all out there, right? They've had their chance, so they know, kind of the zombie. I mean, they're infected. They're not zombies, but they're infected with some virus that takes over their mind, according to, some further digging. But it could be cool. I'm really intrigued. Like I said, I love what Naughty Dog does. I love everything they do. And the only problem with Naughty Dog is the story is the selling point for the most part. Yeah. And for Uncharted 1, it didn't hit as big, right? It was like a word of mouth thing.
Right.
Because Uncharted 1 was a phenomenal game. It played well, it looked amazing, and its story was just, you cared. That's what matters, right? You care. And that's the problem. How do you advertise the fact that you're going to care about a story?
Yeah.
You can advertise action, you can advertise cutscenes.
You can't throw the whole game into an advertisement.
As long as your action and cutscenes are good, great. We've seen that. So, I'm kind of nervous about the sales of this one. I think they may be wonky, but the word of mouth and the
I don't think
critics.
I don't think it's going to be low, considering that Naughty Dog's built such a reputation for themselves based on an Uncharted
I think their
series.
advertisements are going to, from the creators of Naughty Dog. I think that's going to be from the creators of Uncharted series.
Right.
I think that's going to be like the first thing you see on their ads.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, dude, you can take Naughty Dog as a developer that's true to heart. They develop games to be great games. They don't develop games just to make money.
Right.
Yeah.
They want to please the consumer. They want to make sure that their shit's getting mentioned for game of the fucking year.
Yeah.
Like, if they're not getting mentioned in that category, like, they're probably going to scrap that game and start over. Like,
I think Last of Us is going to hit that note. They're going to hit on point. I mean, considering the game's coming out next year, right? Mass Effect 3. Right. You got that Tomb Raider game that looks freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Whatever Respawn does, I think is going to come out this holiday season. It's going to go head to head with the next Black Ops 2 or the next Call of Duty. We're not going to get a Battlefield. You're going to get your Assassin's Creed 3. That's going to hit home on the storyline because a lot of people fell off because they got tired of the reiterations of Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
Like, yours truly and this guy over here.
Yeah, I haven't played anything since
I've been waiting on Assassin's Creed 3. I've been waiting on Desmond's story.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 3 is going to be that, and I guarantee you I will get into that, right? So, I mean, it's going to go up against some heavy hitters, but I think it's going to stand true. I think it's going to be a top game in the contenders for Game of the Year.
Because, I mean, like, think about how long the survival horror franchise has been out there. You're not just going to jump into that at one day and just be like, okay, we're going to tackle it now, like 20 years into it,
When everybody has perfected it.
Like, yeah.
Well,
like,
it's been out there, right? But has it
it's
sold
off.
well
like, it's
in the past 5 years? What
it's
game?
on a decline, like hardcore.
But it's because it's been out for so long now, dude.
I don't think people are burned out. You got so many new gamers grabbing their consoles. How many consoles are selling every day, every year, every month? Consoles are selling. I think the survival horror genre has not been done right for this generation in a long time. He's good.
I'm good.
You're not even driving.
I think the survival horror.
Oh, that's my dude. I gotta go home and play Skyrim, bro.
Oh god. So last on the agenda, right? We talked about Last of Us. I think it's going to be a phenomenal game. But last on the agenda, the Battlefield 3 patch. Voice issues are allegedly addressed.
Okay, so we can
How
communicate.
old is this game?
We can communicate in the pregame lobby, pre-match
Wait,
lobby.
I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, but as soon as we jump into a match,
You're
and you're on the
clear.
other team,
Yeah.
I'm on one team, it doesn't
What the hell does
matter.
the voice chat matter
My God.
if the party system isn't fixed, right?
Dude.
So this tripping me out.
Dude,
it drives me nuts. I fucking love Battlefield. All three of us do.
Yes.
We love Battlefield. It's a great game. It's well put together. DICE is a phenomenal developer, but they failed in one critical area. I could play Call of Duty by myself. We did the first night. We did fine, right? Because it's Call of Duty. You're a lone gunner. But Battlefield, you gotta play as a team. It's a team thing. You gotta communicate. You gotta work together. You gotta do these things. We jump in a game. They're on the opposite squads.
Yeah.
This motherfucker will end up on a different team. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How are we gonna play the game?
That is
I
the
quit.
exact
I quit.
reason why I'm not playing your game, EA. Is because I can't play with the rest of my
Drives me
friends.
nuts.
Like,
Dude,
fuck you.
man,
That shit.
I understand the concept of balancing the teams.
I don't think it's
But
balanced.
dude,
Fuck that.
you
I think
don't
it's
break
bad.
up a squad.
I mean, they
I think it's
balance that
broken.
shit to where it's like the same amount of people on the team. Like, it doesn't even base it off your skill or your rank or any of that bullshit. Like, it's like, oh, it's got to be 16 on this team, 16 on that team. And then, well, whatever. Fucking, you
Dude,
know,
not even
get out of here with
that,
shit.
dude.
It's just broken. It's
Not
just
even
broken.
that, dude. You're going to a match with freaking that has 6 people in the match. You come in with a squad of 4. They're gonna break up your squad to make it still even.
Yeah. Like,
I hate it. I absolutely hate that fact. Because in Bad Company 2, we jumped in a match. How much fun? How much
It was
fun
amazing.
did we have?
And
I
it
mean, it
worked
was just
perfect.
pure, unadulterated
Dude, because,
fun.
I mean-
we never got mad.
Dude,
we never
because
got frustrated.
yeah, we're jumping as a whole squad. Yeah, we'll be playing 7-on-3 for like what, 2 minutes, and then another squad will jump in and dude, we're going. It's game on.
Absolutely. So that just frustrates me so much because I love Battlefield. The game looks so amazing.
It
The
does.
sound
It really
is
does.
is
The
unrivaled.
fucking sound is phenomenal, dude. Like fucking.
I wanna
want to
hear it through this PlayStation
sound
headsets.
headsets on,
Dude,
and you
it's
fucking hear
awesome.
that shit. It just sounds so fucking epic, dude.
The weapons are good. The unlocks keep coming. Unlike Bad Company, they
Yeah.
stopped at level 22 or something. The unlocks just keep on coming. There's so much of an RPG element into it. There's so much, just so much in that game. There's so much there, and they just threw it all away.
Right? Go on
when
YouTube.
they gave us the fucking
Go on
YouTube
YouTube after
thing.
you're done watching this video and search Battlefield 3 epic moments and just see how much shit's gonna pop up that's gonna blow your mind. That you'll be like, you'll never see that in a Call of Duty game. It's fucking, dude, it's a great game. But
There's
the fact
things
that the
about-
squad system is broken is the exact reason why I'm not playing that fucking game right now.
So there's things in Bad Company too. There's moments that I'll never forget. Right?
Yeah.
I was on this Panama Canal. I'm in my tank. I'm rolling through. I'm taking B. Maybe people don't know, but y'all know. I'm telling the story. I'm taking B. Everything's good. They're coming from A, and I blow this tank to smithereens. I bust his ass, but I'm hurt. Right? We dealt damage to each other. I bust his ass. The smoke comes. Through the smoke comes another tank and a whole squad of people, like 4 people running with the tank. And I'm like, oh, shit. I start backing up. I mean, there's moments like that, right? That it's just like an oh, shit moment. That really just happened moment.
Right.
That just, it takes your breath away to see those things happen. And you're playing against other people. It's moments that are only scripted moments, but they're not, right?
Yeah.
They're happening in multiplayer.
Dude, very few moments are like when you sneaking up on a tank from behind them. You throw a couple blocks C4, you just run off. You just like, bloop, bloop, and dude, you just see the points rack up. It's
It
like a
feels-
freaking triple kill. Like
Some of the
oh.
moments feel scripted. They feel like epic moments. And, it's been broken since day one. Yes, yay, they fixed something. One of our concerns. They didn't fix the biggest one.
Like I don't know if like the code
Squad,
like
baby.
the code for the squad system is gonna fuck up something else if they change it. Like I don't know what the problem is there.
I don't
but
see why it would.
they really need to fix that shit, dude. Like that
Probably.
shit sucks. Like I really want to play Battlefield. Like I'll get to the point to where I'm thinking like I'm going home and I'm playing Battlefield tonight. Fucking right.
And
Like
then
I
you'll
can't
go,
wait
oh, yeah,
to do this.
Squad system.
Yeah, and then I go
And then
home
when
and
you're
I'm like,
when you're waiting for your friends to get home, you're like, I don't want to do that.
yeah, it's like fuck that, dude. Like we're gonna have to go through 20 minutes of trying to fucking get on the same squad, and that's not even gonna say that we can.
Ever.
Ever.
We went 30 minutes. I shut it off. Played
Shut it
Modern
off.
Warfare
Played
3.
Modern Warfare. It's like fuck that, dude. Like we would play Modern Warfare all night, seamless. 6 people in a
Seamless.
fucking squad, not have one fucking issue.
Beautiful.
And not saying that Modern Warfare is a better game, but the squad system is not, or the party system is not broken in Call of Duty.
No. Well, we're running out of time. We probably ran way over time, but anyway, check the comments or check the description for links to the Twitters and the YouTube, the Facebooks, and all that shit,
all that
all
social
of that
good
jazz.
stuff. Yeah.
Anyway,
And,
guys,
congrats on Six Sensei for being a father
Yeah,
this week.
yeah,
Yes, let's
yeah.
give him some props here.
baby's in the other room. Anyway, thank you guys for that. Probably do a little commentary on that stuff. Anyway,
Yeah, do that.
look forward to that. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining us, episode 24 of Startup X. I'm Six Sensei. Thank you, Lawless.
No problem.
Thank you, Psycho.
Anytime.
And we're out. Peace.
Later.